goodness, this is awesome. I just want you guys to know, how many of us want to go RVP? Does that not inspire you? Oh my goodness, I remember my very first international event 16 years ago, and I sat back in front of my mom. My mom sat next to me, my father and my husband sat behind us, and the only thing that I could remember was, I have to go RVP so I can go on that trip. That's all I cared about. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I didn't know what were gonna happen. I didn't know this was gonna work, but I wanted a free trip. Anyone like that idea? I love that idea. But truly, as I sat and listened to the information, which was this, a 3-minute phone call from my kid brother who said, Megan, I need a huge favor. Now you have to imagine, he rides a bicycle, he's going to college on a full ride scholarship, he's never had a job in his whole life, and he's asking me for a favor, and I'm thinking to myself, don't ask me for money, don't ask me for my car, and he wrecked my sister's car earlier that week or so. And I said, what in the world are you up to? And he said, listen, I'm trying to hit this promotion, I'm doing this, would you just be my customer? And as a big sister, I just kept thinking, oh my gosh, you have a job. This is fantastic. Of course. And then I said, well, what am I going to be your customer of? And he said, long distance. And then I started laughing at him because his Cricket phone couldn't call state to state, and he was calling me from someone else's phone. Is that pretty exciting? I'll tell you what. So I became his customer. A few minutes later, I went online. Now, my background is, I was a high school teacher. I had my master's degree to be a principal. I thought I was very educated as a person. And I kept thinking to myself, if my brother can do this, I can do this. And so I told my husband, I said, I think I'm going to start a business with Spence. And he goes, no, we're not. We are not doing a business. I said, yeah, but it's phones. We all have phones. Why not make money? And I was what you call a red golden apple. Because even though I had my master's degree, and even though I was supposed to be very smart, I had spent over $40,000 to get that master's degree to make an extra $150 after taxes. So that wasn't very smart. And as I started thinking about this idea of services and that we could have residual income, I got so excited because I had a job. I'm the oldest of 6 kids. I'd had a job every single, I think I started babysitting immediately, right, Mom? Right? So I've always worked. So I thought if you could actually do something once, have a conversation one time, and get paid forever, that made sense to me. And so when I heard about residual income, there was nothing stopping me. So I want you guys to know we hit Regionalized President 4 years and 1 month. We've been Regionalized President for a very long time. But we have been blessed with something called residual income. Now, residual income means lifestyle. So what we're going to talk today about is how we can get the biggest residual income possible with the best opportunity on the planet with Flash Wireless. Are we ready? All right, here we go. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this. So first reason why residual income is amazing is you get to have time with family. My husband has been my best supporter and cheerleader for the entire time. He has been the reason why we've had success because this is a roller coaster ride. And I'm so excited to say we are celebrating 20 years on Tuesday of marriage. Yay! But man, he had no idea that marrying into my family meant you had to do a business, all right? And so we grew together, we learned together, we have been able to create a lifestyle together. And when my twins were born 9 years ago, he was able to walk away from being on the SWAT team with the sheriff's department. They were grooming him to be sheriff. And he came home one day and he said, I love our family. This is what I want to do. And so we've been able to build ACN for the last 9 years together. And it has been the most incredible ride as we have really grown as a couple, and he is my best friend. So Ryan, you're my best friend in the whole world. Okay, love him. All right, the other great thing about it is you get to work with family. I've got Senior Vice President Martha and Jim Hunt and Senior Vice President Spencer Hunt as my family. What? Dang it. It means I have to go SVP too, right? Who's not competitive? Anyone a little competitive in this arena? I think we recruit sharks sometimes in this business. So we got to be a little competitive, but we also get to be people's heroes, all right? I love superheroes. I'm married to Superman, which is fantastic, I love that we get to have fun and we get to be there for other people. We get to be the hope builders for people who don't have that opportunity in their normal everyday life. I mean, we all cheered for people who just won, and at the same time, yeah, we were a little jealous, right? But maybe some of us were a lot jealous, but we know we can do it because this environment will help us win. Is that incredible? I love that. And then lastly, we got to see our children raise up in ACN. And that Bahama trip, I'm going to tell you, my boys loved it, every single second of it. And yet at the same time, they know how hard it was. About 3 years ago, we left our beautiful home in California with our 50-foot pool, and we said, ACN is doing something great, we can't miss it. And so we decided to move across the country to Cincinnati. I don't even know how to do the Ohio thing, OH. There you go, okay. And my boys were a little bit in turmoil. And all of a sudden, mom and dad were working a lot, and we're out meeting people and doing things. And they were watching us do something that we believe in that's going to be something great for our families and friends for eternity from here. But the best rewards you get is when your kids are like, we like what we have. We like that we get to see you. And my 13-year-old, who's now taller than me, which is a little scary, he says to me, Mom, why do I need to go to college if I can just do ACN with you? And I said, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but you need to learn how to interact with people first, right? He's 13, so we got to work on that. But I'll tell you, and my twins are so much fun. You are going to miss some things with your family when you decide to do this for real, but it's worth it what you get. And so I want you to think big. I want you to think big residuals, all right? So though some of you don't understand what we really mean, what is possible in this business, but my husband and I have lived this, and we're going to show you that working with Flash Wireless is going to get you big residual if you do it right. Are we ready? Okay, so here we go. So why is this so incredible? A lot of times when we go into network marketing or any business, especially someone like me who had no business background, it is very, very scary about going up to people who we think are more successful or people who might have something better and say, we have something good. Well, I'm going to tell you, nobody has what we have. You guys, we're talking about $300 billion up for grabs. How many of us would like a little piece of that, right? You know, and the normal people who get involved in this are multi-millionaires. Well, as a teacher and a cop, we were never going to be able to play in this kind of league. So I want you to understand that we have something that can give us posture and backbone and give us the confidence when we go talk to people that we have something that is real. Is that exciting? Because it's big. It's really, really big. So let's talk a little bit about what makes Flash Wireless so incredible. Well, it is the best company in the United States. I'm just going to say, and soon to be in Canada, right? That would be nice, right? What's great about this is we're dealing with an MVNO. That means we're a third party. We are a reseller of two of the largest networks. It's not a secret this happens all over the country. In fact, more and more companies are trying to get into this market. We've seen Cox and Spectrum now trying to get into this market. But I'm going to tell you that the way we have put ourselves through and how much we have worked to create a wonderful customer base, we have a phenomenal product. In fact, I can't tell you how amazing it is that we all have a cell phone. We can't live without it. Our children have it. I mean, everyone has this. If you leave it at home, you don't keep going. You turn around. Is that right? So we're getting paid in an industry where millionaires started this, and we can have a piece of it for just $4.99. There's no excuse. If someone wants something, this is going to happen, and this is the best thing that they could ever possibly ask for because we're playing in the big leagues. We're playing with very, very successful people. And so we can have very good confidence for that. Here's what's great. We have two of the best networks. I like Flash Green the best. You know who I'm talking about? Largest, most reliable network in the whole entire country. Good. Here's what I love. It's the same, you guys. We're not coming with a little mom and pop tower that we had to build ourselves. Trust us, we're not engineers here. Right? I don't even want to be one. And so we've got no contracts for people. We've got no credit checks. We have lower price point. And we don't ever lose service. And I know things about Flash Wireless and where we're going and what we're getting that in the next even couple weeks, It's going to get better and better, and enhancements will come, and we are going to be at the forefront of this where the people can be able to make the money. Is that exciting? So exciting. I love that. And people will say, well, you know, I like my plan. Oh, you're not cheaper. Here's what we say in our group. The same or better. But we're always better because we have the opportunity to get free. How many of us love free? Love free? Let me tell you, I was a teacher on a budget. Free is good. And I have recruited more people in this business because they can have free cell phone service. I'm going to tell you, if you can build a company where the masses have free cell phone and free energy, free utilities, and they win, plus build a residual income that comes every single month, is that powerful? So there's no reason why we shouldn't be telling the story to everyone. We should be creating value. And if you don't have this done, you need to have it done, because I'm going to tell you, it's amazing. And no one in your team will quit if they all have free. Now, we support a charity. So for people who care about other people, that's a good thing, right? And I know how much my kids eat, so I'm glad that my little bit of this goes a long way. So that's pretty incredible. And then lastly, we got Best Buy. Now that's credible. You know, we don't have brick and mortar, we have click and order. And I love that. But what I really love about this is, for those of us who don't want to have to take care of people's cell phones, they can order a phone, go pick it up, and let the Best Buy people do all the work. Is that exciting? You know, a lot of people say, well, I don't want to be a cell phone expert. Well, I want to be rich, is usually what I say to them, but that's okay. But honestly, if you have to learn a little bit about how to back up an iPhone or an Android, your life's not over. YouTube is impressive. It can teach us everything. Does everyone get it? So this, though, is pretty incredible. And the stats are that 70% of the United States is within 15 miles of a Best Buy. So it just lends to credibility. It lends to what we're doing is real, and we don't have to be afraid. Is that exciting? All right, so that's all very exciting. Now, we have a system that works. And our system's pretty incredible, because the idea is we're not going to become customer getters. We're not salespeople and that's all we do. The idea is we want to build leverage and distribution, and we would like to bring hope to lots of people. Do you think that when we're on these trips, we don't sit around talking about how much we wish you were there with us? Because we do. We want everyone to be there with us. Half the battle of this is just getting to spend time with each other. Because we go out in our own everyday life and we have to do this on our own, and then we get to come together and we get to build each other up and support each other and cheer for each other. Doesn't it feel good? Feels good. But you can't be wealthy by yourself. So we've got some hope. Are we ready to learn how to do this? Here's how this works. All right. Now, we know that the number one thing we want to do with every new person is get customer qualified. And we know we need at least 7 points. Now, in our group, we just like to say, let's go get 5 services as fast as possible. Makes it easy because then you always figure it out. But if you're looking at our point value here, which one has the most points? Flash does. Yay, Flash, right? So if you're going to go get someone customer qualified and every person we know has a cell phone, do you see how this is a great way to hurry up the process, right? And if they have kids, they have multiple cell phones. And a lot of times, if you have more than one kid, if you have 4 or 5 children, you can actually get your service for free. You don't know how many IBOs I have who are adults, having adult children that they pay for their cell phones. They join the team, we set it up, and then we literally call their children and get their credit cards, and they order their own Flash Wireless, and now after years of paying a cell phone service, the mom and dad now have free. Is that exciting? I love it. I love it. So if you're going to go out and get someone customer qualified, let's use the most simple thing possible that everyone has and get a bang for your buck, right? So go get Flash Wireless. It is so exciting. Let me show you how exciting it can be. Now, we know that we don't want to just stay customer qualified. We want to go and get to executive team leader so we can be in that intern state of making money. Everyone wants to start making money, right? Now, you have to remember, this is about them, but I'm going to show you why it's also about you. Is that good? Can we have both going on at the same time? Is that all right? Okay, this is good. Now, we want to get to regional director, and then we want to help promote 4 regional directors so we can get to regionalized president and be on this stage. But to do that, we've got to build a team. You cannot do this by yourself. So this bonus is so exciting for us because as we help a new person, here's what happens. So I want you to think of a new person the first 60 days. We're going to start with week 1. Week 1, we're sitting down, we're getting them launched, they're becoming customer qualified, they practice using Flash, we start inviting people, and our goal is 15 people in the next 2 weeks. That's what we like to do. Most people do this part-time, spare time. So if we can show this and expose this to 15 people, we're gonna start getting results. So we show some friends, and 2 of them like it right away. Now, that's a little bonus too, isn't there? It's a little bonus when we help 2 people get customer qualified. Now, I'll tell you, throw in some ID Seal and some Zoom, you've got this done. Well, they're gonna get excited and start talking to people. And they're gonna start recruiting people and helping them get customer qualified. They're gonna say, Mom, Dad, cousin, brother, this is great. Come see. And then your friends who are kind of watching and weren't sure, they'll join the team. And then all of a sudden, more people are talking to people who are talking to people. And now in 3, 4, 5 weeks, you've got over 10 people in your team. Is that pretty exciting? But you gotta make a commitment to talk to people. Does that make sense to everybody? You know, I could talk to 16-year-old kids. Grown-ups were a little scary. But I can tell you today that one of the regional directors who was promoted were some of my favorite students' mom. Is that pretty exciting? Because I had to talk to grown-ups when I started doing this business, and it was scary. And some of our people are gonna be scared, but we have to be the leaders and help them get over that fear by doing it with them. Does that sound okay? And I don't care if you're one day in the business and this is your first event, you're now qualified to go help people, talk to people. Is that pretty exciting? That's good, right? So we wanna do that, because here's what happens. We get to earn $1,500 for the news person. So if you've got people on the fence, you call them this weekend and say, we are gonna go earn $1,500 to $2,000 in the next 60 days. I figured out how we're gonna do it. Get your cell phones, we're gonna make this happen. And here's what happens to your group. When you have this many people getting customers, you now have 70 to 100 points. Now I had to be, follow all the rules and keep that small. Most of the time it looks like 160 to 200 points when everyone gets their services in the system. Is that pretty exciting? So if you've got some groups starting to grow and they're duplicating this out over the next 60, 90, 100 days, maybe 83 days before we get to Detroit, you now have regional director in the bag as you helped other people win. Is that exciting? I don't know. Let me tell you why the regional directors are excited about this. Because for the same 10 people that we helped win, they made $2,000 at a minimum. Is that pretty nice? Let's say they helped you go regional director. That's 6 times 10. Do you think the regional director is smiling and cheering for you the whole time you're winning? Is that exciting? That's right. We want to see you win. And here's what's great, then you get to make that money and you get to have that success. And this is about you, but trust us, we want to help you win. Isn't that the coolest system ever? We want to help you win, we win, you win, we all win. So what's the problem? Why are we not getting ourselves out there and building a team? Right? Let's assemble. Let's make this thing happen. I have all boys at my house. Please be excited about my superheroes, right? Woo! All right. Leverage and distribution. We're in the Bahamas, and there's this awesome slide. We saw some of the video, and you basically just fall into whatever Shark Tank that's down there. And it's so high up, and they said, Megan, take the GoPro, just go up there and do it. And I was like, it's so scary. And I hate heights. And you're looking over the Mayan pyramid out there, and you're just thinking, I don't know if I can do this. And I'm carrying the GoPro up, and my husband's like, this is gonna be so much fun. I'm like, no, it's not. And I'm getting up there, and I'm starting to breathe a little hard. And I'm thinking to myself, can I really get on the slide and do this? And my kids are like, Mom, you can do it. And I'm thinking, I gotta be brave for them. And I'm like, they've all done it. I gotta do it now too. And I just kept thinking, I just need 3 seconds of bravery. 3 seconds. So this is what it takes to build your business. Text someone, 3 seconds. Hey, are you open for lunch on Monday? I got something I want to tell you. Send. Oh, that was good. All right. Here's 3 more seconds of bravery. Oh my gosh, I found out a way to get free cell phone. We got to get together. Win. Send. What are you saying to people? When are you showing this 3 seconds of bravery? You guys, the reason why network marketing is ingenious is this idea of leverage and distribution. But you can't get it if you don't talk to people. And I'm going to tell you, it feels good when your friend sends back, I don't have anything going on for lunch. I'll be there. Yes, right? Or free cell phone service. My kids are killing me on their data. I'm in. Why aren't we talking about this to everyone all the time? We want to have leverage. We want to have distribution. We want to have lifestyle. How many of us want to have lifestyle, right? This is how we're going to get it. So let's talk about some words that work. Words that help us get customers. And I'm going to tell you, I did not run to regional director. It took me 20 months, 4 years to RVP. My brother did it in 83 days to regional director. My mom did it in 6 months. They both have beat me to SVP. Do you guys get what I'm saying here? You don't have to be the fastest to win, right? You just have to keep going and not quit. And I promise you, it's worth it. But you got to be willing to say the words and talk to people and find out what will move them and then do it together, link arms and make it happen. So I went out to Ohio, knew nobody. My husband and I knew nobody. But trust me, we had hundreds of customers in our first 90 days. And these are the kind of words we used. We said, we would love a huge favor. We would love your support. We're expanding our company out here from California, and it's great. You can just try it. See if it's a fit. We've got the largest network in the United States. We've got way better value. I can't wait to sit down and tell you why. Free service and so much more, and a way to create a secondary income. And I don't care how good the economy is. I don't care how hard people are working. Everyone needs a secondary income. Just recently, a good friend of ours who saw the opportunity, saw the cell phone savings, saved about $2,400 a year coming over to Flash Green. I said, just do the business with me. I'm going to talk to all these people we both know anyways. And he said, okay. He jumped in. He got himself great services. I started building a team with him. Well, 2 weeks ago, he had a heart attack. And he hasn't been able to work for the last 2 weeks. And he said to me, he called me right before I came here. He said, I'm really grateful for that residual check that comes. I have some more people I'm ready to talk to. And it's not huge, a couple $100 a month. But for him, it's an idea that if something happens, something still is going on. You don't know what's going to happen in your life. Both my pregnancies were difficult. I was bedridden for my first son. I couldn't work at all. Trust me, I was a regional director, and I loved it because I made more money than I did teaching from my bed. But I'm going to tell you what, I didn't know I was going to be bedridden. I didn't know that I was going to have all these complications. I didn't even know that I wasn't even going to be able to have kids. And I found that all out. And then because of ACN, it took care of all the bills. Is that exciting? So you got to pay the price now. Talk to people. Be enthusiastic. Be excited. And maybe you don't have the results yet. But you know what? You can put yourself in a place about where you're going to be, and you can be that person now until it catches up. Do you understand? Because you can. You can have everything you've ever wanted, but you have to decide right now you're going to do it, and you're going to do it as long as it takes. Not when it feels good, when it doesn't feel good. Because I promise you, sometimes there's a lot of reasons not to do this, but they're the real reasons to do it. So get good at this language. Here we go. Here's a script for you. Hey, friend, associate, business partner, person I come to your place all the time and do business with you, right? There's a lot of people like that. Do you have a minute? I need a huge favor. I partner with an amazing wireless company because I don't want my husband to work overtime anymore. I'd like to have my kids go to a good school. I would like my mother to not have to work any more hours. Whatever your reason is, you need to share that. That's what you're selling. You're selling what you really want. And here's what you're going to say. I'm hoping for your support. Just a couple friends to help me out. I'm trying to qualify for promotion, and I'd love to have free cell phone service. Would you do me a huge favor? Just let me see if we're fit. Here's what I will tell you. If you ask someone to see if they're fit, it takes the walls down, and it doesn't make them feel like they have to do something. But then as they look at it with you, they're going to see the value, and they're going to get excited. And I'll tell you, when I show them the value, then we can talk about the business as well. So whether or not you do a PBR first, or you happen to mention this and this is what you do, and you start talking to people, you've got to build the value, and the value is there because everyone has a cell phone who doesn't want to make money and redirect that into your pockets, right? But how are we talking to people, and who are we spending time with? We've got to have the right kind of mindset. So I kind of changed this up a little bit. I've been around 16 years, so I'm allowed to, all right? All right, so let me talk to you a little bit about cell phone, apples, oranges, and coconuts, all right? So, a red apple is someone who doesn't care about their phone being the latest and greatest. They've got family they're paying for. They've got an atrocious bill that looks like a car payment. This idea of free cell phone service gets their ears perked up. They're excited about it. They're asking questions. They're open. There are people that you do business with that they find out you do something, they love to support you. You want to spend most of your time with people like this. You know, when we talk to people, we're like, look, it's going to be the same or better. But I'll be honest, all my customers either have more data for the same amount of price, or the price point is so low and they still have more data. So if you're not finding those kind of people, go talk to some more people. Because there are going to be the people who are oranges. Now, I like me a good orange, but it does mean you got to get a little dirty and sticky as you're peeling it off. That means you're going to get someone's bill, and it's going to say, oh, they owe $500 on a phone. Oh, they owe $200 on the phone. Oh, they owe $1,200 on a phone. Anyone have that come up, right? Well, trust me, you can peel this away. You can talk about the value of what's going to happen in the future, help people stop thinking about the exact moment, but look at it long term. I mean, I'm not a math teacher. In fact, I'm the worst mathematician ever. I think my kid would tell me that as I tried to help him with summer school this summer. It's not good. But I can do simple math. I can say, oh, look, you owe $500, but coming to Flash Green is going to save you $1,200. That's $700 this year and $1,200 next year. See how nice that is? Stop being afraid if someone owns a cell phone. Guys, it's not scary. And if they need a new phone, oranges and apples are open to looking at Best Buy. They're open to looking at Cell Platinum. They're looking at options. They're going to work with you. People who want to do business with each other and support each other are going to work with you. But you have to be willing to have posture to go out and do it. Now, there are going to be coconuts out there. A lot of times there are people who have to finance their phone no matter what. They love getting a new phone every 5 seconds, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. Name brand is everything to them. They, has to look a certain way, be a certain way, or else it's not going to happen. Who cares? We don't want to build business with people like that anyways. Those are too high maintenance, right? And I don't care how much you crack a coconut, it takes a long time for it to be worth it. So by the time you've hit your coconut over the head 500 times, you could have gotten your 5 services over here. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So stop spending time with people like that. I hate to say it. There are some people who like certain companies because the price point is so low, even though the coverage doesn't work outside their house or outside the city. And that's okay. Let them stay with them. They're not looking for an opportunity. They're not looking to build a future. They're not looking to support you to win. Why would you care if they become your cell phone customer? Am I right? So let's look at this and really take it as a very minimum personal thing and just get out there and go through the numbers and find out who's the right fit. And you're going to be building a team who get Flash Wireless, and you're going to be getting Flash Wireless, and everyone's going to be winning. Is that exciting? Okay. So let's talk a little bit more about the sign-up process, because some people are afraid of this. And here's how it works. We call an 800 number. Yay, fast! Listen, I know how to do the order entry. I can do it myself. But I'm going to tell you, they can do it in 11 minutes. I'm about 13, because I'm not a very fast typer when someone's trying to spell their name at me. I don't like that. So let's have them do it. Let's have the experts. Flash spent millions of dollars to make this better for us. Is that exciting? And now we can go to CEOs of companies, successful people, and let them know they can make millions of dollars in this wireless industry, but they don't have to be a data entry person. Is that exciting? This is huge. We've got tools. We've got tools that will help us. Let me tell you what you need. You need an MEID number, you need an old account number from where they're coming, and the PIN. And I have people who call me all the time and say, hey, my brother is a customer. He said I can call you because he wants free service. And I'm like, great, I'd love to help you. We'll call Flash, but here's what I need. And I'll tell you, young people are the best because they know how to find this like this. Older people, I usually say, hey, is your son or daughter with you? Oh, yeah. But it's not that hard. You know, I've got business owners who have multiple family lines, and they're adding services, and they'll just say, okay, I want to add lines. And I'm like, great, call Flash, fast. And they text me back a few minutes later, yeah, they took care of it, done. I'm telling you, to get paid in the wireless industry, but now we've got all the people who are working for us. Is that exciting? That's it. And we got to ask a couple questions so we're ready to win. And if you're not sure, again, what questions, watch training. I even have a YouTube channel that tells you what to ask and do. You can look at that, all right? But it's going to take some ownership to do this. It's going to take a little time. I would practice on myself first. And I'm going to tell you, Sprint's kind of funky because you have to have 3 different SIMs for different kinds of phones. And this helps us take ourselves over the top, right? We don't have to be scared about this. And here's what I will tell you, too, which is so incredible about this, is that if you find me anywhere, I have a SIM card in every purse I own, every wallet I own. No matter where I am, I have a SIM card. And I'll tell you, because I'm always ready, because someone will want to be a customer. And you just need to be ready to be wealthy. And if you don't position yourselves to be ready to be wealthy, you're going to miss out. And it's cheaper. Everyone likes a good sale, right? So go to the Success Store. Don't want to leave not ready. You need to say, I will have free cell phone service. And trust me, if you go get free cell phone service in the next 60 days, that's over $1,000 that you're going to keep in your pocket. You can have any phone you want. Is that pretty exciting? And it's a business write-off. I love write-offs. So good. So when it comes to this entire idea, do you guys understand that we're in the position to make money in the biggest shift in wealth in the entire history of things? Now, I taught history for 8 years, and I love the industrial age, but only a few people became massively wealthy. In ACN, everyone in this arena becomes wealthy if we apply a little bit of work ethic, have some posture, and we get busy and make things happen. Is that pretty exciting? So it's time for us to decide that we are going to be that person that is going to choose hope, and we're going to go out there, and we're going to be other people's heroes, and we're going to create success for ourselves and for them, and we're all going to win. We're going to see at the top, and we're all going to be SVP. Go ACN!